everybody, welcome to week 2 of our 8-week Journey Through the Chakras series. Today we'll be working with the Svadhisthana chakra, or the sacral chakra. Swa in Sanskrit, the original yogic language, means self, and Adhisthana means dwelling place or abode. This chakra is thought to be the dwelling place of the self. Physically, it would be considered to be in the center of the pelvic bowl. However, of course, we're working with the energetic body or the subtle body. When our Svadhisthana chakra is open and balanced, we feel a sense of pleasure in our day-to-day lives. We're able to recognize the beauty all around us, and we're able to flow through our lives with grace and with ease. The Svadhisthana chakra also governs our creativity, our imagination, and our passion. It is related to our senses, so sight, hearing, smell, taste, touch, and we'll be connecting with those during today's practice as well. The element associated with this chakra is water. So throughout today's practice, we will practice moving with fluidity, practice being like water. Get into something comfortable, grab your yoga mat, grab a couple of blocks if you would like, and we'll get started. We'll begin today's practice in a comfortable seated position. Option to take Thunderbolt pose, just like we started last week, or Sukhasana with the legs crossed in front of you. Take Sukhasana if you have any knee or ankle injuries or any sciatica, and then take Thunderbolt pose if you have comfort in your knees and ankles when you do. So Thunderbolt, we have our knees, shins, and tops of the feet pressing into the mat. The hips are sitting on the heels. Whether you're in Sukhasana or Thunderbolt, option to sit your hips onto a block. If you're in Thunderbolt, just open the legs up a little bit to slide that block underneath. Option to take Dhyana Mudra by making a dish with your left hand and resting it onto your lap. Rest the back of your right hand onto your left palm and lightly touch the thumbs together. In yogic philosophy, the left hand is associated with our feminine energy, our lunar energy, and is connected to the body. The right hand is thought to be our masculine. It is our logical brain, our thinking mind. We are now going to symbolically rest our right hand into our left, allowing our masculine side to soften into the feminine side. Ultimately harmonizing these energies and also centering awareness into the pelvic bowl. So working with the Svadhisthana chakra today, that's chakra that is located in the center of the pelvis. We'll be bringing our breath, bringing our awareness down into that space, dropping from the thinking mind into the feeling body. Draw your breath down in toward your belly, root your tailbone down toward the earth. Lift your crown, lift your heart up a little bit taller, lengthening through your entire spine. Notice your shoulders, let them relax. We'll start by bringing our awareness to our senses, beginning with the sense of hearing. So notice that which you can hear, beginning with whatever you can hear at the farthest distance, and then slowly bringing that radius inward to what you can hear in the space that you're in, and what you can hear even within the four corners of your mat. Keeping the eyes closed or the gaze soft, notice what you can see. Light or dark, any patterns, shapes, colors, textures. Notice what you can smell. Notice any lingering tastes in the mouth. And then notice what you can feel. So the weight of your body held by the earth. The texture of clothing on skin. Any temperature or moisture in the air. Feel your kinesthetic awareness, the awareness from the inside out. Feeling your breath, maybe your heartbeat. Any sensations in the body, any dull sensation, any brighter sensation. Keeping your energy inward, start to gently bring your navel in toward your spine. Very subtle movement engaging the core. And between the navel and the spine, imagine a single point, right in the center of that space. And then take that down just another inch or two. Right between the hips. You might imagine that this point is an orange glowing light. Feel your breath bringing fresh prana down into this space. And then take this point and slowly move it back in space. So you'll feel your pelvis start to lean back, tailbone tucking under. And then bring this point over toward the right. Bring it forward. So tailbone tips back like a ducktail. And then the point comes over now toward the left. Find fluidity, fluid circles. Forward to the side, back to the side, and forward again. Move as slowly as you need to stay connected to the sensations. Loosen the shoulders so you might start to feel the whole body join the party. Allow the head and the neck to also join in. Switch directions of your circles. practicing moving like water, not just on our yoga mats, but also in our lives. How can you move more like water? Less resistance to change. Moving around the bends, around the corners with trust. Come back to stillness, and then we'll make our way to hands and knees. So remove any props that you were using, set those off to the side, and make your way to tabletop. Hips are over the knees, shoulders are over the wrists. Spread your fingers out wide, press into your fingertips, press into your index finger and thumb. Feel the length between your tailbone all the way up to the crown of your head. Press into the tops of your feet, and then on an inhale, drop your belly, open your collarbones forward. Exhale, navel to spine, chin to chest, round through the back. Inhale to cow pose. Exhale to cat pose. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Come back to table. Now bring your awareness back to that orange light in the center of the hips. Now we're going to send that orange light back in space. Then bring it over to the left. Send it forward. And then over to the right. Fluid circles now, moving back to the side, forward and to the side. Close your eyes and go inward, connecting with that orange light in the center of the hips, taking as much time as you need to flow through this movement to stay connected to the sensation. Keep a micro bend in the elbows, so we're not locking the arms. And that's going to give us more fluidity in the joints and in this entire movement. Switch directions of your circles. Stay connected to your breath, feeling each breath come in like a wave coming in toward the shore. And every breath dissipating like a wave heading back to the sea. Great, come to stillness. Press into your left palm. Inhale to reach the right fingertips up, open your chest. Exhale, thread the needle, right arm tucks behind the left as we drop right shoulder and right temple to the mat. Keep your hips over your knees. Continue to press into both feet. Relax through your upper back, surrendering to the posture. Take one more deep breath in. On your exhale, press into the left palm. Slowly reach those right fingertips back up to the sky. And then exhale, right hand comes to the mat. Inhale, left fingertips reach up. Exhale, threading the needle on the left. Drop left shoulder, left temple to the mat. Keep the hips steady over the knees and keep pressing into the tops of your feet. Draw your breath down into the belly and find that point of orange light between the hips. Take one more deep breath in, exhaling to press into the right palm, left fingertips reach back to the sky, and then left hand comes to the mat. We're heading into puppy pose or anahatasana, heart to earth pose. Walk the knees back in space. Continue to press into the tops of your feet as you walk the hands forward, bowing your heart to the earth. Forehead comes to the mat. If you're not making it all the way down, that's totally okay. Work where you can. We're heading down toward the earth. Stretching through the spine, keep the hips over the knees. Maybe you sway the hips now from side to side, inviting some movement, some fluidity into this pose. On your next breath in, we're going to shift your whole body forward, coming to Sphinx, pressing your pubic bone down into the ground, pressing the tops of your legs into the ground. Elbows are underneath the shoulders. Spread your collarbones forward as you look forward and slightly down, lengthening through the back of the neck. Fingertips are nice and wide. Press into the pads of the fingers. Take one more breath in. And as you exhale, release your body to the ground, palms next to the rib cage. Press into the palms, tuck the toes under, and lift your hips up to downward facing dog. Pedal through your feet, finding the water in this pose, the fluidity, the grace. Watch the breath roll in and out like the tide. Then come to stillness. Bend the knees, look forward, and slowly walk toward the front of your mat. Forward fold. Take your time. Bring the feet hip width distance apart. Find a micro bend in your knees or maybe a big bend, depending on where you are at today in your body. And allow the crown of your head to drop towards the ground. Grab opposite elbow with opposite palm. And then nod the head yes, and shake the head no. Rooting through the feet, option to sway from side to side. Should feel really good. Beautiful. Switch the grip of your elbows. So opposite forearm is on top now. Once again, nod the head yes. Shake the head no. And then sway from side to side. Keeping the knees at least a micro bend to stabilize the knee joint. Release the grip of the palms. Inhale to slowly rise up halfway. As you exhale, fold the crown of the head back to the mat. Press into your feet. Inhale to slowly, like a wave, make your way up to standing. Mountain pose. Tadasana. Open the palms forward. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Root through the feet. Bring the palms together. Reach the fingertips overhead. Look up. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Press into the feet. Reach the arms overhead. Look up. keeping space in the neck, in the back of the neck. And exhale, bring the thumbs to heart center. Inhale, reach the fingertips overhead. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise halfway. Exhale, fold. Press into the feet. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, palms come together. Exhale, thumbs to sternum. Inhale to reach the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway, lengthen the crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold. Press into the feet like a wave, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, the wave crashes down, thumbs into heart center. Beautiful. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale to fold. Fingertips come to the mat. Pick up the left toes, step the left toes back in space. Lower the left knee, and we have arrived into Anjaneyasana, low crescent lunge pose. So this is a great posture to use some props. You can use a couple of blocks or cushions or books or tomato cans, whatever you need to bring the ground up to you. If you don't have that either, that's totally okay. You could even use like a couple of chairs on either side of you. So pause the video, get what you need. If you don't want or need props, they're also completely optional. All right, press into the top of your back foot to root this posture and stabilize this entire posture. Hug the insides of your thighs in toward the midline of the yoga mat. Send your tailbone down and the crown of your head up. Chest pulls forward as the shoulder blades hug together behind the back. So there's a lot happening in this posture, which you wouldn't necessarily see from the outside looking in. Sink your hips down just a little bit deeper. And then take a nice big deep belly breath, bringing the breath down toward the hips. Awesome. On your exhale, we'll pull the hips back in space. Left hip over left knee, right toes flex up toward the sky. Ardha Hanumanasana, half split pose. Think nose to toes, chin to shin. So keeping the back of the neck straight. As you inhale, roll through the front foot, sink the hips down, open through the chest. As you exhale, pull the hips back, Ardha Hanumanasana. Flow like water. Inhale, sink the hips down, open forward. Exhale, retreat back in space. Inhale brings you forward. Exhale pulls you back. Inhale forward to Anjaneyasana, this time option to lift the arms overhead. As you exhale, either send the hips back to Ardha Hanumanasana, you can keep the arms lifted, or open to a twist, sending the right fingertips back, left fingertips forward, maybe gazing back at the right fingertips behind you. Really press into that back leg to stabilize. And then as you inhale, bring the fingertips forward and back up. Awesome. We'll flow with the breath. Inhaling to lift, exhaling to twist. Maybe you look back. Inhale, lift the fingertips overhead. Exhale, twist. Strong legs. Inhale to reach the arms forward and up. Exhale, twist. Great work. Bring the palms back to your blocks or the mat. Pick up the back foot, tuck the back toes under, palm the mat. Option for lizard. Bringing the right hand inside of the right leg, walking those right toes off the mat. So right foot's at a 45-degree angle. Either stay here or roll onto the outer edge of the right foot. Keep sending your hips down. Press away from the mat with your hands and press into that back foot. All right, if you took lizard, walk the right foot back in, palm the mat, lift the back knee, and then send the front toes back to plank pose. Take one breath in plank. As you exhale, lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inchworm. Inhale forward to cobra. Squeeze the elbows in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal through the feet. Press into the index finger and the thumb. Rotate your inner elbows forward. Then bend the knees, look forward, and exhale as you make your way to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale to rise halfway like a wave. Exhale, the wave crashes back down. Inhale, this time rise all the way up to standing. Bring the fingertips overhead. Exhale, the wave crashes down fully, forward fold. Pick up the right toes, send the right toes back in space, lower the right knee. Use your props if you have them and would like to. Press into your foundation. Squeeze the inner thighs in toward the midline. Lengthen through your spine and bring your breath down toward your hips and low belly. Sink your hips a little bit deeper. Pull your shoulder blades back behind you, opening the heart forward. On your next exhalation, bring your hips back in space. Flex the left toes toward the sky, chin to shin, nose to toes. Inhale, roll through the front foot, sink the hips down, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale forward to Anjaneyasana. Press into your feet, option to lift the fingertips overhead. As you exhale, either head to Ardha Hanumanasana or open the arms front and back for a twist to the left, maybe gazing past the left fingertips. Inhale, left hand comes down to come up. Reach the fingertips overhead, sink the hips down even lower. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, reach the fingertips forward and up. Exhale, open, twist to the left. Inhale, fingertips come forward and up. Exhale, lower the fingertips to the mat. Move those blocks out of the way if you were using them. And you know, you actually can keep those for lizard too. If you're taking lizard, walk the left toes off of the mat. Left foot is angled at 45 degrees. Sink your hips down, keep breathing down and toward the belly. Option to roll onto the outer edge of the left foot. Then walk that left foot back to your low lunge. Palm the mat, lift the back knee, and send the left toes back, plank pose. Take a breath in, exhale, lower knees, chest and chin, inchworm. Inhale, forward to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal through the feet. Bend your knees, look forward. slowly make your way to the front of the mat. Take your time. Feet are underneath the hips. Bend the knees and allow your crown to fall towards the ground. Forward fold. Inhale lifts you up halfway. Exhale, fold. Press into your feet. Reach your arms overhead. Look up. Exhale, thumbs to heart center. Close your eyes. Let's reconnect with the senses in mountain pose. Bringing your awareness toward what you can hear. Keeping the eyes closed or the gaze soft, what can you see? What can you smell? What do you taste? And what do you feel? Bring your awareness to the soles of your feet. Walk the feet in flush together. Heel to heel, arch to arch. Now lift up from the pelvic floor and start to send your hips back in space. Keep length in your tailbone down toward the ground and the crown of your head up to the sky. We're sitting into chair pose. Squeeze your legs together. Palms stay at the heart center. Find a drishti, a point to focus your gaze upon, and breathe. Awesome. Bring your weight into your right foot, step your left toes back, and then swivel your left heel down at a 45-degree angle. Warrior one. Option to keep your hands at your heart center if that feels really nourishing today. And if that's what's giving you pleasure, right? Svadhisthana, let's try to find some pleasure in this practice. Try to enjoy it. So either stay here, or if it would feel good to reach your fingertips up to the sky, finding a sweeping current of energy up through the front body and a grounding current of energy down through the back body. Root through that back heel and the outer edge of that back foot. Then bring the hands to heart center, everybody, as you straighten through the front leg and start to send your chest forward in space. Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. Maybe even completely bowing the crown of your head over the front leg. And slowly bend that front knee. Lift back up to warrior one. As you exhale, open up to warrior two. External rotation in your front femur, internal rotation of the back femur. Back foot is parallel to the back edge of your mat. Send your gaze forward and then pull yourself a little bit back in space. So head is over the heart is over the pelvis. Pull your shoulder blades together behind your back. Drop the right elbow to the right knee, extended side angle. Gaze is up toward the sky, big opening in the left side body. Exhale back to warrior two. High crescent, swivel onto the back toes, both legs parallel to the front of the mat. And exhale, stand up to mountain pose. Nice work. So now we're heading into tree pose on the right. So stabilize through your right foot and find your tree variation. Totally okay if those left toes are kickstanding on the ground with the left heel onto your right ankle. This is stop 1. Stop 2, bringing that left sole of the foot to the inside of the right calf. Stop 3, maybe you bring the inside of the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. We are avoiding placing the sole of the left foot onto the inside of the right knee to just avoid putting unnecessary pressure onto that joint. So wherever you are, think about rotating that left hip out and back, creating lots of space in the front of the hips. Ground down through your standing heel and feel length from the standing heel all the way up through the crown of your head. Find your drishti, a single non-moving point in front of you to rest your gaze upon. Then release your tree and send that left foot back to your warrior 1. We're heading through Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose one more time. Straighten through that front leg. Keep both hips square to the front of your mat as you start to fold forward, keeping weight in the back heel and the outer edge of the back foot. All right, then palm the mat, step back to plank pose, take a breath in and exhale, lower down all the way to the belly, or maybe take chaturanga this time, lowering halfway, flipping onto the top of the feet, opening the heart forward in upward facing dog. And then lift hips up and back to downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look toward the front of your mat, and then make your way there. Forward fold. Inhale like a wave, lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Press into your feet, reach your arms overhead, look up. Exhale, thumbs to sternum. Bring your feet together. Weight is in the heels as you start to shift your weight back. Sit your hips down. Keep your shoulder blades hugging. Keep your core engaged. Find your drishti. Then root through the left foot. Pick up the right foot and step that right foot back. Warrior 1. Right heel comes down at a 45-degree angle. Hips are square to the front of your mat. Bend deeply into your front leg, keeping the left knee over the left ankle. Inhale, reach your fingertips up to the sky. Then palms come together, thumbs in toward the heart as you straighten the front leg and start to reach your heart forward, perhaps bowing completely over the front leg. If you would like to bring your hands to the ground or to some blocks to stabilize you, feel free to do that. This can definitely be a balance challenge. There's a lot going on here. There's strength, there's flexibility, there's balance, there's, mentally staying present. Continuing to breathe, to stay connected to our spirit. All right, start to bend that front knee, lift the fingertips back up overhead, warrior 1. And then open up to warrior 2. Really yummy, juicy external rotation of the left femur, internal rotation of the right femur. Hug your shoulder blades together behind you. Make sure that your whole torso is stacked. Sink a little bit deeper into that bent knee. And then extended side angle. Drop your left elbow to the top of the left thigh. Reach that right arm up at that 45-degree angle, keeping a straight line with the back leg. Come back to warrior two. And then high lunge toward the front of your mat. Step forward to mountain. Find your tree pose on this side, rooting through the left leg. Maybe you're in a kickstand. Maybe you're in a low tree. Or maybe high tree. Root down through that left heel all the way up through the crown of your head. Allow the shoulders to drop away from the ears. And find a single non-moving point to focus your eyes. Press the sole of the right foot into the inside of the left leg while you simultaneously press the inside of the left leg into the sole of the right foot. Keep opening the right hip out. All right, then release your tree. Send the right foot back to warrior one. And then Parsvottanasana, pyramid. All right, bend that front knee, drop your hands to the mat, send the left toes back. Take a breath in plank, exhale to lower halfway. Inhale, open the heart forward. And exhale, child's pose. Drop your knees to the mat. Send your hips onto your heels. Knees are either as wide as the mat or you can keep them together this time. And open your arms forward. Maybe you sway side to side like a rock being kind of gently tussled by the current overhead. Let go. Feel your breath expand against the tops of your thighs. And then we will slowly start to press into the legs, lift the hips, and come to tabletop position. From the ground, we're going to make our way into a wide-legged forward fold. We're going to head through downward facing dog to start, and then walk your feet and hands into the center of your mat. So we're forward folding in the center of the mat, and then turn to either the right or the left before heel toeing the feet out side to side. Only go as wide as feels natural and comfortable. Drop the crown of the head to the mat. Find a 90-degree bend in your elbows as you walk the hands in line with the feet. If that's not possible for you, work where you are today, okay? As long as you are feeling some nice stretching in this pose, we don't want pain, but a dull stretching sensation, you are getting something out of this. So trust that. It doesn't have to look perfect. Focus on how it feels. Shake the head no, and nod the head yes to release the neck. Then walk the hands forward so that they're underneath the shoulders, almost like tabletop position. Press into the left palm to reach the right fingertips up to the sky. Awesome. Right hand comes to the ground, left fingertips reach up. Left fingertips come to the ground. Walk the heels in, toes out, bend the knees. We're going to sit the hips down. We're heading into goddess pose. Fingertips are on the ground until you walk the heels of the hands onto your thighs. Right away, let's take a goddess twist, popping right shoulder in toward the center, looking over the left shoulder. You can sway from side to side. And then drop the left shoulder in, gaze over the right shoulder. Sway side to side. Come back to center and then lift your entire torso upright. Cactus the arms, open the heart forward. Full goddess. Eagle arms, right elbow comes underneath the left. Wrap the forearms, press the palms together. Option to lift the right heel and lower it. Lift the left heel, lower it. Lift both heels and release. Break free with the arms. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, sit the hips back down to goddess. Eagle arms with the left elbow underneath the right this time. Last little push here before we pull it down. Lift the left heel. Let it drop. Lift the right heel. Let it drop. Lift both heels and release. Inhale, star, break free with the arms. And then outer edges of the feet parallel to the mat, forward fold. Beautiful work. Shake the head no, and nod the head yes. Then walk the hands forward so that they're underneath the shoulders. And we're going to heel toe the feet in, heading to yogi squat. As you heel toe the feet in, start to sink your hips down, bringing the hips between the ankles. If you're unable to bring the heels to the mat, that's totally okay. You're up on your toes. You're in a froggy pose or a toe stand pose. That's an awesome, awesome yoga asana. Otherwise, we're dropping the heels down to the mat for Malasana, yogi squat. Bring the elbows inside of the knees, pressing outward while your knees are hugging in toward the elbows. Palms pressed together, heart reaches toward the thumbs. Lengthen tailbone down, crown of the head up. Breathe into your belly. Then sit back onto the hips and bring your legs in front of you. So knees bent, grab onto the back edges of your thighs and start to lean back in space. Lift your right toes off the mat and set them back down. Lift your left toes off the mat and set them back down. Now lift both toes off the mat, shins parallel to the mat, and set them back down. All right, so you're either working here, lifting one foot, lifting the other, and then both, or release the hands, reach the hands forward. Lift one foot, lift the other, and then lift both. All right, one more time. Hands either grabbing onto the backs of the thighs or extended forward. Lift the right foot, lift the left foot, lift both, and release. Make your way onto your back, hug your knees in toward your chest. Rock from side to side, releasing any tension in your entire body. And then extend the left leg long. Reach your right foot up to the sky and grab the back edge of the right leg. You can either be down on the hamstring, you can be up behind the calf, you could even try to reach for the right toes. Gently draw the right leg, in toward your body. Hamstring stretch. And then bend the right knee and guide the right knee over toward the left for a supine twist. Open your right arm out to the side, and then maybe you let your chin drop toward the right shoulder. Fully relax your body as you continue taking deep belly breaths. On your next exhale, bring the right knee back into center, and then bend the left leg, bringing the sole of the left foot to the mat. Cross your right ankle over top the left thigh, and then reach your arms inside of the legs to grab the back edge of the left thigh, and then pull this figure four shape toward your body. Keep your right toes flexed to stabilize your right knee. Option to sway from side to side. Drop that left foot to the mat, fully cross your right leg over your left. As if you're sitting in a chair, and then drop the legs back over to the left. So supine twist, same side, but with the legs crossed this time. Once again, open your right arm out to the side. And if it feels comfortable in your cervical spine to drop your chin over toward the right shoulder, go ahead and do that. On the ground, gently, slowly uncross your legs, bringing the knees together, ankles together, and then windshield wiper your legs to come to center. Soles of the feet on the mat, knees rocking and dropping from side to side. Extend the right leg out long, and then lift your left foot up to the sky. Grab the back of the left leg and pull that left leg toward your body. And bend the left knee, hug the left knee in toward you, and use your right hand to guide the left knee to the right, and open your upper body toward the left. Slowly come back to center. Hug that left knee in toward your chest. Pick up your right foot, set the right foot on the mat. Cross your left ankle over the top of the right thigh, and then hug this shape toward you, maybe swaying and rocking from side to side. Release the right foot back to the ground. Fully cross the left leg over the right. Open your arms out wide and drop the knees to the right, turning the gaze toward the left. Release the cross of your legs very slowly, gently. And then windshield wiper the legs to come back to center. Bring your knees in toward your chest, reach your arms inside of the legs, and grab onto the outer edges of your feet. Happy baby. Kick the heels of your feet up to the sky, and then maybe once again rocking from side to side. Moving with fluidity. All right, last pose today, bridge pose. So take it or leave it. Pressing into the tops of the feet, pressing into the palms by your sides. Like a wave, we will lift the tailbone off the mat, rolling up onto the shoulders, hips up to the sky. Chest to chin and chin toward the sky. And then like a wave, roll slowly back down. Take any last movement that feels good before extending your legs wide to Shavasana. Option for the palms resting face up or palms gently holding the heart and the belly. Breathe into your belly. Imagining that point of light, of orange glowing light in the center of the hips. Let your entire body relax into the ground, softening and surrendering. Feel free to stay here longer, or if it is time to move forward with your day, bend the knees, roll onto one side or the other, and make your way up to seated. Bring your palms together, thumbs in toward the heart space. Thank you so much for joining for this Svadhisthana Sacral Chakra Yoga. I hope that you feel more connection to your senses, a feeling of aliveness, and then more creativity and just overall joy and appreciation for beauty and pleasure in your life after this practice. The inner light in me bows to the inner light in you. Namaste.